This is NAB Show Live.
Hello and welcome to NAB Show Live. I'm your host, Ryan Salazar. Today we have Gary Rosen, Vice President of Global Sales at Pliant Technologies. How you doing, Gary?
I'm great, Ryan.
All right, so what is Comm and what makes it different in that users would choose it over the competition?
Well, Comm is a wireless intercom system, and it's a pretty important category because obviously crews need to talk to one another. With Comm, we've really reinvented wireless intercom. Most of the time you'll see intercom systems that are wireless are really an accessory to a wired system. Sometimes they can stand alone with very limited functionality. We've really built an entire infrastructure to allow good communications and good routing for signals, many users, many signal paths, many conferences, as we call them. So you really have tremendous flexibility without having to add an entire wired intercom system or matrix system.
Okay, so how does Comm handle frequency issues like the FCC Repack, which is so hot right now?
FCC Repack hit a lot of people. The reality that UHF frequencies are really kind of limited in life. So what we've done is a couple of different things. For North America, we offer both 900 meg, 2.4 gig systems. They can use one, the other, or both within the same system. 2.4 gives us a tremendous advantage in that it's a worldwide frequency, has greater bandwidth, allows more people on. 900 meg is a great band and does greater concentration and power, will permeate walls better, but it does have less bandwidth, so a little bit less users on it. And so we really have a system for around the world or North America. We've got something that's got significantly more power. And both of the systems are designed to really work nicely with anything that's within the spectrum. We use some technologies called frequency hopping and spread spectrum. They and also TDMA, time domain multiplexing. So it allows us to really be compatible with other spaces in the same frequency. One of the things that you can't do in analog that you can in digital. So it allows the users who've really been kind of squeezed out of using UHF or have to reserve the UHF for the talent microphones, in-ear or in-ear monitoring, or IFB. For all of that, they need to stay on UHF, minimal latency. But for crews that can move off of it, we give them tremendous choice, tremendous capability and range, many transceivers and access points, really a system that can be custom tailored to what anybody's looking for.
All right, so Gary, so is Comm best suited for any particular application?
Well, one of the nice things is it's a very scalable system. So at its smallest range, you can have what we call a throwdown system, your basic control unit, one transceiver and up to 6 packs, very price competitive, very high functioning unit that doesn't require an RF knowledge expert. It really works very simply. And that scales up to literally being able to use hundreds of users within one facility, and the users can be flexible where they're moving. They can roam, and we can give them different paths of communication. So one user may be listening to 4 conferences. Somebody else might be listening to something totally different. So for the small user, it's simple, it's easy, price right. For the big user, we can scale up and give you tremendous power.
Okay, so I'm going to mention something completely different to this interview. Just curious, when you're in Vegas and you've been going a long time, seems like longer than I have for sure. I've only been going about 10 years or so. Is there anything that you really enjoy doing, a hotel you like going to, or a restaurant, or something fun?
Wow. Well, you know, there are some standards. There's a place called Ferraris, which used to be kind of out in the city a little bit, and they moved off to the Strip, an old world Italian place that we're used to going to. You know, one of our favorites, and I don't know, as far as places to go to, probably hitting the 15 to drive home.
All right, I used to, and this is a really weird one, and the food's not really that great, but I used to, and I won't say the name of the restaurant, so I don't want to bad talk it, but I used to go at the old Imperial Palace. There was a restaurant up at the top, and it was just it seemed like the easy place to go my first couple of years going to NAB, and just take the monorail, go to the old Imperial Palace, go up to the top floor. I used to eat at this Asian restaurant just to kind of chill because it was completely quiet, and then hit the floor again because your feet by noon are just gone, of course. So, but anyway,
I suppose the Peppermill for everybody is the standard. It's like a time capsule, like Vegas in the 60s, and just a lot of fun too.
Oh yeah, I know the Peppermill very well. That's funny. That's funny. I actually, I was hanging out with a gentleman who wrote the first book on Twitter. who I hung out with there for several hours with some good friends from Los Angeles. So that's funny you mentioned the pepper mill. Anyways, so Gary Rosen, Vice President of Global Sales at Pliant Technologies. What a small world. C7947, again, C7947. We'll see you in Central Hall at the 2018 NAB Show. Thank you so much.
Good to talk to you, Ryan.